Hi there, thanks for joining me today. We are going to read the story Metis Christmas Mittens. Now I realize that it's after Christmas, but we're still going to read this story because it talks a lot about the traditions of the Metis culture and also kind of how we would make things for our family and our friends and use the materials that we had available. So this story here is written by Leah Dorian, who is a very well-known Metis writer, and her illustrations are a very distinct style. They have a lot of that Metis art that looks kind of like little dots, and it's meant to mimic sort of the beadwork of Metis people. So, Merry Christmas, Metis Christmas Mittens. The interesting thing in this story is if you were to read the book, you would see that it's written in English and in Metis, which is the Metis language. I'm going to turn the book like this so that you can see the pictures while I'm reading, and then I'll just read the story behind. My family had a Christmas mitten tradition. On cold winter days, Metis Christmas mittens are made to warm the hands and the hearts. When snow greets the land, Metis families begin to make their special Metis Christmas mittens by hand. Mittens are joyfully worn by every child and adult. Metis mittens have been made everywhere across the homeland, from the Red River to the Peace. Metis Christmas mittens are made to show we care and to tell others that they belong. It's like a little hot cup of love. Old brown paper mitten patterns made by Grandma's own design are folded and put in a tin can. Some Metis mittens are scented with smoked tanned moose hide. Others are trimmed with beautiful soft beaver fur to calm and comfort the worried mind. Other Metis Christmas mittens are made from recycled pieces of cloth. This is a reminder to reuse and recycle everything we have and to treat everything with respect. That's a really common theme in Indigenous cultures, to use everything and to treat it with respect. In every stitch, a prayer is made to bring blessings from our caring Creator. Metis mittens are sewn together by hand using a sharp needle and strong sinew for thread. Sinew would be like the ligaments of an animal, so they would use those natural pieces again from the animal. Many are decorated with beautiful flower beadwork, ribbons, and fine embroidery stitches. There are so many different kinds of Metis mittens. Pom-poms, tassels, and fringes are sometimes added for decoration on our Metis mittens. A touch of beadwork reminds us to live every day connected to our hearts. There are all kinds of Metis mittens, but no two pairs are made exactly the same. Metis people make mittens to give away. A mitten is rarely lost by a traveling dog team driver. Often, mushers' mittens are held together by a brightly braided cord which runs through their sleeves so they dangle out the jacket arms. It's always a good idea to keep them in your sleeves so that you don't lose any of the mittens. Metis mittens are placed in a mitten box right beside the door. Mittens are given away to traveling friends, relatives, and strangers visiting from afar. Christmas is always a treasured time to give someone in your circle a homemade pair of Metis mittens. And so what we're going to do today is we're inviting you to make a paper pair of Métis mittens. And so we're going to just show you a few of the pictures that I have that show different patterns of those Métis mittens. These are actually called gauntlets. And the gauntlets have this extra piece up at the top that kind of keep your arms and your wrists warm. And if you look really closely, you can see the beaded detail in the mittens or in the gauntlets. I have another picture here. This one has a different color of fur. You can hardly see that. But that beautiful flower beadwork on it is a traditional sort of Métis pattern and style. And this looks really cozy on the outside edges. In the book that we looked at, there are a few pictures of gauntlets and beadwork that you can take a look at. Hopefully you can see all of the different designs that they have in there. And so what we're going to do today is we are going to make a pair of Métis mittens as well. So you have a tracer that looks sort of like this pattern here, and you're going to create the little patterns in the middle. Just like in the story, when we make the pictures, we're going to do it with little pieces of dots. So we outline the shapes and then fill them in with dots, or even go outside the border and make those dot design patterns. And you'll notice on the thumbs, we have a little heart, because these are gifts made with love. And so on the mittens, they would often have that heart shape in them as well. So you are welcome to make your own set of Métis mittens and display them or share them with us. So once you've finished drawing that design and filling it in, you can cut out these shapes and glue them to make a pair of mittens for yourself. Have a great day.